We are in the midst of Bengal's biggest festival, Durga Puja. And of course, the biggest thing that gives us entertainment in India is film and cinema. And now we are joined by the biggest film star of Bengal, Dev himself, who is here in this Durga Puja with his big Tollywood release, Bagha Jatin, which is based on the life of Jatindranath Mukherjee. And you are bringing this legendary character on screen, Dev. We have seen a lot of, Bollywood stars also picking up such an issues highlighting nationalist issues, picking up these stories. Was there a plan to pick up such a story? How did this happen? Tell us the story.
Thank you, Indrajit. First of all, it's an honor to it's honor to be in your channel. Uh, See, first of all, I don't plan films like that. I have to say, मुझे कुछ society में, I have to bring some, revolution. It's not like that. A project like Bagha Jatin, I think it's very special and very emotional for all Bengalis. Why I'm telling you? Because thing is that, the very few people have reached to history. Freedom fighters. If you talk about freedom fighters, we'll end up by taking 4 or 5 names maximum who are being celebrated. But trust me, there are millions and millions of freedom fighters, they haven't reached to the history. And their contribution, their sacrifice, their love for the nation, I believe, which is much more than whom we celebrate. So I thought, why don't we make a film on this character like Bagha Jatin, whose actual name is Jatindranath Mukherjee, and he used to be a finance officer of British. And then all of a sudden he thought, in लोग का पैसा बचा के they are using the same money to kill us. So he thought of leaving the job and dedicating his entire life for the freedom. Correct. Then I thought, let's make this film, and I'm very happy, fortunate, and the response which we are getting. The idea is that we should also know other freedom fighters who has done so many things for us. That was the basic idea.
Wonderful. And, all our audiences who's watching this interview can catch this film in Hindi. This is going to be a big Bengali release, which is also being released pan-India in Hindi. And it's releasing on October 20th, which is Shoshti here in West Bengal, where people celebrate Durga Puja. And it is, in fact, the first day of Durga Puja. Dev, we are seeing a lot of filmmakers, especially South Indian film, in a sense, has literally gone global. It's coming of age of South Indian cinema. Hindi stars are going and making films with South Indian stars. We saw Shah Rukh releasing Jawan in southern languages. Did this thought occur to you, and that's the reason why you have also decided that a primarily Bengali film made for the Bengali audience now should also reach out to the national audience, and therefore you're releasing it in Hindi?
See, basically now I think India is ready for all kind of content, no matter where it's coming from, which state it is coming from, which language it is coming from. I think today all the audience is ready for good cinemas, no matter if it is a Bengali, South Indian, or any other regional language. And I totally believe today is nothing called regional cinema. Today everything is Indian cinema or global cinema.
Absolutely.
Because under your thumb you get 10,000 films, with the press of a remote, you can see any languages. So, I think Korean films been watched more than any other film in India, I guess.
Absolutely.
So, in today's time, if you're confident about your content, if you think that this emotion, the content which you're producing or you're acting, if you think that if it can connect to other language people also, I think you should go for it. And today, I think audience is ready for all types of cinemas, all types of content, and that's the main reason.
And this is a universal story because, revolutionary, freedom movement started in Bengal. And this story needs to be told. You want to tell this story to pan-India.
See, I tell you, to understand this film, you don't need to be only Bengali. What you need to be is Indian. For this is the film for every Indian. Bagha Jatin didn't try to get freedom from British for Bengal. No. It was his fight to throw them out from India. Right. That time Greater India. That time Pakistan and Bangladesh both were part of India. So, it's not that he was fighting for Bengal. And I think the sacrifice which I told in the beginning, the nation should know his sacrifice. He didn't got a chance to see independent India. My intention is to make independent India, to hear their stories, to show them what they have gone through, what they have done for us. Yeah.
As of you started out as an actor, and I think you are going to be completing 2 decades now in this industry. 2006 is when you started, I believe, and it's almost 2 decades now. Now that you are also producing films, so now you have the freedom to choose the kind of films that you want to make. So is it a conscious choice to make these kind of films? Because were you getting the kind of roles that you actually wanted to do, or you felt that, no, I need to make the kind of content that I would like to act in?
Actually, yeah, I mean, I became producer to produce the film which I actually wanted to do. You know, like the whole world was talking something else. You know, I'm talking cinema. They are producing different kinds of cinema, and over here, like people were producing same kind of cinema. You know, like they used to offer me the same kind of role which I've done and dusted.
Southern
Kind of,
reports.
and then I thought, okay, one fine day, I don't feel like doing a remake. I don't feel like doing something which is like being given to me without my, what should I say, you know, like whether I'm ready to do or not to do, like,
You
but
didn't
then
have much of a choice.
much of a choice. Then I thought, okay, yeah, I will not do all this kind of film. But then what to do? So I thought, okay, let's open a production house. Let's produce film slowly and steadily. We might, we want to tell stories which people of Bengal, not only people of Bengal, India haven't seen before. Like we produce a film on boxing. We have produced a film on flight. The first film in India, which is based on flight, was Cockpit.
Cockpit, yes.
And then we produced a film called Kabir. Kabir was, I think, the way we have shot the film. Entire film was shot in a train, that too for 48 hours. And from CST to Howrah station, we shot the entire film. And I don't see that kind of example in India. So, you know, like we thought of producing films which is different, and at the same time which people can connect.
Absolutely, and there was a time when filmmakers from Bengal used to make films which were success here in Bengal, and they were also creating waves in Mumbai. You know, people like Rishikesh Mukherjee and so many others. So, in that sense, you are trying to revive that trend. Maybe, I don't know.
No, yeah, itna, I don't think I have thought about it. But ठीक है, it's a process. Man, you don't know कि you never know कि आप क्या अभी कहाँ पे. Is that कि where you're going to end is very important. So I think I'm happy the kind of film which I'm producing. I'm happy the kind of film being offered to me. I'm happy that the audience receiving very well. If you actually see my last 6 films completed 50 days. And out of which there are 2-3 films which has covered like 215 days. They have
Tonic and Prajapati were big hits.
big hits. So I'm very happy the kind of like love I'm getting from the audience. I'm very
I, mean,
hopeful.
I would like to tell the audience, people who might not be aware, Dev, in a sense, is literally pulling the industry here in Bengal with back-to-back, successful stories, and that has been quite a challenge, isn't it? Because COVID was such a difficult phase because everybody was wary whether people will come back to the cinema halls. And both your films, like Tonic and Projapati and Golundaj, showed us that people are eager to come to the theaters and watch films.
Indrajit, I tell you, okay, like the post-COVID, the first film which got released nationally was also one of the Bengali film was Golundaj,
Yeah.
where we like 50% occupancy. We we run the show with full house, like that was like we are very scared. Okay, we can't even post it, like that time the things are not under control. But then we realized here, audience, they were so bored sitting at home. They actually want to go out. They want to see films, good cinema. And
They want that experience.
Yes. Golundaj was the first Indian film in lockdown which completed 50 days in cinemas. And then my next picture, immediately after that, then we came up with Tonic. Again, the second wave came. And again, there was 50% occupancy started. Yeah. That film covered 112 days in cinema hall with packed houses. Marvelous. So, the audience over here in Bengal, I think the kind of love they have showered on me, I think I'll always be like touch.
The way you have handled your production and you forayed into film production, and it seems what I gather from people around you is that you're so hands-on that you're looking after everything. Can I say that Dev one day, the biggest superstar of Bengal, will also try his hand in filmmaking someday?
I will not deny that, but again, I think I'm very happy producing only. And I think there's so many talents over here, like talented directors, the newcomers who actually want to tell their stories. I'm very happy producing them or acting in them. Regarding direction and all, I think I can wait for that. I think if I also start directing, then मुझे लगता है यार नए नए लड़कों को चांस ही नहीं मिलेगा. I think today's generation is today's generations are like very talented. They come up with some amazing concept, and I'm very happy working with them.
And lastly, before we end this fascinating conversation, so many people out there, your fans are not just here in Bengal, they are spread across the globe. Bengalis in other parts of the country and Bengalis abroad. And people who follow Bengali cinema may not be Bengali speaking audience, even they love you. So, is there any plan in the future for perhaps a Hindi movie, perhaps a role in Mumbai? You started out your career in Mumbai, you grew up in Mumbai. It's fascinating that you came to Calcutta and started doing Bangla films. Will you ever venture out in Hindi films?
See, I don't have anything to comment on this. Thing is that like the kind of offer which came from Bombay was not that great enough. So I thought, yeah, whatever I'm doing in Bengal, I'm very happy with it. Something from Bombay, if something which is better, what I'm doing over here, if something comes up like that, I might give a thought to it. Otherwise, whatever I'm doing, little bit, whatever I'm over here, I'm very happy, and I'm very, what should I say, I'm very touched the kind of love which I'm getting from the audience from Bengal. But yeah, they say never say never. Maybe tomorrow, there might be a good proposal, from Bombay, which I might say yes to it. But then abhi as such ऐसा कोई plan नहीं है. I'm happy with Bagha Jatin. Let's Bagha Jatin get released, then see क्या होता है.
And lastly, and since I've met you, and you are not just a film star and somebody who is also in the production, you're also MP. So I cannot leave you. I cannot leave you. I have to ask you this question. Given the kind of divisions and fissures that we are seeing in society, you see the war happening in Israel and Palestine. You see so much of hatred being propagated on social media between communities. What would be your message to the people ahead of Durga Puja? Not just as a politician, but generally as a human being. How do you want to combat this?
See, I just क्या बोलूँ, like so many things are happening around the globe for no reason. Everybody want peace, but they want in pieces. But that's not possible. मुझे लगता है we all have to work together to achieve the peace. Ukraine wala war was going on. Then I said, okay, chalo then it was slowing down and all.
Becoming more intolerant.
I don't know. I see the thing that unka kya problem. I seriously don't know. Sitting over here and judging them, whatever I'm seeing them, the people are killing each other. Babies are getting killed. Like hospitals are getting like they're blown away with the bombs or the missiles. Yeah, as a human being. See the thing that the problem is that किसी और का घर जल रहा मतलब मेरा घर नहीं जलेगा. It's not like that. The fire is already on the way. You never know within a month or two if this becomes a group where we are already supporting Israel and this Iran is supporting that Palestine like Hamas, and if the big war starts, then हम सब उसी के अंदर आ जाएंगे because you can't run away. And we all will be affected with the price and everything. The fuel price will going to get increased, and with that सब डेली बेसिक नीड्स का जो भी है प्राइस बढ़ जाएगा. सो इट विल गोइंग टू गेट इट विल गोइंग टू गेट अफेक्टेड. लाइक इट्स नॉट दैट के सोशल मीडिया में इतना फोटो देखा फील सैड. नो इट्स गोइंग टू इट्स साइलेंटली हिटिंग अस प्रॉब्ली. We are not understanding now, but within a month we all will face the problem.
Because a lot of people are targeting specific communities using this Israel-Palestine issue. It seems like on social media a specific community is being targeted, and that might have an impact on our own society. The war is happening miles and miles away from us.
इंद्रजीत यहाँ पे ना मुझे लगता है कि हम लोग को we should educate our people. They should understand the difference between what is the reality and what is called being spread, and what is the intention and what is the actual things going on. So मुझे लगता है कि इस चीज़ से बचने के लिए सिर्फ मेरे देश को नहीं पूरी दुनिया को बचाना है तो we have to make our country a literate country so that people can judge what is right and what is wrong. Here we are like whatever we are saying they are believing it. How come it's possible? They have their own brain but probably they are not using their own brain to judge के कौन सा right है कौन सा wrong है.
That education.
they need the basic education. जो पढ़े लिखे उनको पता है क्या हो रहा है. You know, like they might be not so vocal on the social media, but they know what is going on. They know if it is a plan. They know if it is a conspiracy. But actually, people, those who actually are genuine people, you know, like those who don't have much knowledge, they are depending on news channels. They are depending on social media. They are depending on other people to, you know, pass on the information. उनको एजुकेट कराना है. आई थिंक देन ओनली वी विल बी ओवरकम दिस सो कॉल्ड जो भी.
But thank you so much, Dev, for talking to us, giving time out in your busy schedule. I know your film is going to release, so all the best. I hope this becomes the biggest blockbuster of this year, and your foray into the greater audience across India, as your film also releases in Hindi. I wish you all the success. So there you have it. Dev, the biggest superstar of Bengal during this Durga Puja season, up with his upcoming film Bagha Jatin. You can catch it on October 20th across the country.